Kia ora, hello, welcome everyone to the stream. Thank you to everyone that's jumped in. Hey Shane, welcome in. Thank you for dropping into the chat. I'm doing well, thanks. We are back. We are back from disaster. Had to reinstall everything again for Farm Sim yesterday and just couldn't get it done in time. So yeah, here we are. We are now back and ready to go. So you may recall last stream we stopped off at the local there and had a proper farmer's breakfast. Osavario, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hey Chinook, hello, welcome in. I've just finished watching your VR flight. That looks awesome. Right, we're going. So let's get this back and then we can start getting our workers working on a couple of jobs. It took most of the night, that's for sure. By the time I reinstalled all the add-ons, it did take a while. A little bit frustrating, but never mind. And Pael Severio, yeah, Farming Simulator 26. This is Farming Simulator 25. Farming Simulator 26 is the mobile version. I'll have to admit, I don't usually play on the mobile phone. If I play a game on the mobile phone, it's usually solitaire. Probably a bit old school like that, but yeah, I have had some other Farm Sim versions on the phone, but yeah, I haven't got 26 on my phone at the moment. Right, so let's get this in here. Get one of the workers going. Speed up our time. Usually go for about 5 times speed, and we're doing about 2-day months. That seems to be working out really well. Usually have enough time to get what we need to done. With it being winter, we're probably going to skip through, and we've got big plans for spring. And Rodel Delacourt, hello, welcome in. What would I do if I was a giant? I would probably buy myself a crash helmet so I wouldn't be banging my head on the door stop all the time. Yeah, Chinook, it looked really good. So for those of you that don't know, Chinook is, he does Microsoft Flight Sim, iRacing and American Truck Sim. And yeah, it's he does a great job, so definitely check him out. I'll put his link in the chat a bit later on. So yeah, I've actually been doing a little bit of practice on the flight sim, reacquainting myself after having it sit idle for many months. Dusted off the yoke, and yeah, I am hoping, all going well, we can do a flight sim stream tomorrow, Friday night flight. I am in no way as good a pilot as Chinook, I have never flown a real plane, so don't watch my streams hoping to learn how to be a real pilot, because you will soon lose your pilot license if you follow what I do. But it should be a bit of fun, I hope. Ow. Okay, so we've got that one there, so let's go down to there and make a start on that one. And I want to try out a new mod that I've been given. And we'll see how that goes. You hear that the FIA are hiring gamers to be air traffic controllers? Yeah, I think I did hear something like that. People were a bit upset about it, I believe. Hey, Cher, welcome in. I am, aren't I? Oh man, I've got oh, never mind. Yeah, I am early. I'm usually an hour later than this. I have to admit I was actually having a crafty snooze. And I think I woke up and maybe read the clock wrong and panicked. Thought I needed to get the stream up and running. Yes, folks, I am early. My apologies. So yeah, and my only excuse is I didn't read the clock properly. I was concentrating on the minute hand and not the hour hand. So this has probably got Chinook very worried about me piloting an aeroplane if I can't even read a clock. Yeah, Cher, was really sorry to hear about your cat as well. I know Poppy Cat was one of your favourites, so it is hard to lose a pet. They certainly do become part of the family, that's for sure. And Kiwi, I'm glad it's starting to be summer now. Yes, it is, although we could have a cold snap coming up to the North Island from the South Island. They are having a bit of snow at the moment. I have you very worried. Yes, yeah, might pay to stay out of the same vicinity of sky that I'm in. Hey, Irish Farmer, hello, welcome in. Great to have you here. I've just been told that I've started my stream early, and I just realized I have started my stream early. I was all panicking for nothing. What a week it's been, I tell you. Yeah, had major game crash yesterday. Had to reinstall everything, recover my game saves from the OneDrive recycle bin, and yeah, yep, it was a disaster. And possibly some of it was actually my fault. So that's the way it goes. not reading a pop-up properly. That was a problem, and not focusing on the consequences of clicking a button. And Shane, yeah, today was perfect weather. It was great weather in the North Island, but in the South Island, not so great. Oops. Need to get rid of that first. Us too. Island has rain. My brother and his sis are going to school. My brother's in 5th class and my sis in 3rd class. I'm just starting first year secondary school this Friday, just to get books and locker. Ah, nice one. Yeah, locker key. Yep, always helps to have a locker key. Then doing 5 to 8 classes on Tuesday, done at 3:30 p.m. and on Friday 2 p.m. Nice. And how about Dolly Parton passing away? I'm pretty sad about that, as she was very good and I loved her music. Yes, Shane. Yes, she will be sadly missed. She is someone who is definitely featured on my playlist. And Shane working 9 to 5, that's my favourite song from her. Yeah, my one's probably Jolene. Right now, sort of focused on what I was meant to be, where I'm meant to be going. So we got ploughing, got that one up there, big one over there. Let's go do that one. At least Poppy is sat on her lap. And Shane, I think Jolene still has a grudge against her. Yeah. And apparently Tim Curry died the same day, but out of respect for Dolly Parton, they didn't announce it until the day later. So yeah, that was another very talented actor that has died. Tim Curry was definitely a very versatile actor. I think my most memorable voice acting of Tim Curry is probably Nigel Thornberry from the Wild Thornberrys. Guys may or may not know that one. Yep, this year has taken too many great celebrities from us. Yeah, shit, Frankenfurter. That was definitely the role that got him started, that's for sure. Now, so I'm going to try out a new mod that Just Joe, Gaming with Just Joe, has just put into testing, and I actually think it's a really awesome mod. So let's get it all set up and you guys can see how it works. Flatten a little bit of land. Yes, and Poppycat has been taken from us as well. And Shane, I'm going to head out for a little bit. Hope you all have a great stream. Over, and Kiram only needs 17 more subscribers, I think, still. I saw it was only about 15 last time I looked. He was on 985, so yeah, he's getting there. Okay, so we're just going to put this in here. So what this does is it is basically like a mobile butchery. So I hit Shift and B, it brings up that little warning dialogue. So we've put that in. So now we just select the barn that we want to use, and that opens up a menus very similar to, you know, loading and unloading from the trailer. We can select the sheep that we want to process. We can choose up to 10, and then we can butcher them. I've actually suggested to Just Joe that maybe we use the word process. It could be a bit more friendly. I think he is hoping to get this on Mod Hub. And I feel like the way he's done it is a great way to do it. Do you know what cowsheds produce slurry? Most cowsheds produce slurry. Might just need a slurry tank next to it. So that's now doing its thing. So what I might go and do is I actually might go and buy a small trailer, and then we can carry the meat. Right, so the idea, and I've probably got it put in the wrong place, but the idea is that little vehicle there is meant to drive up and drop it off, but I think because of where I've got it, it's sort of blocked, so it's not going to do it. But he does have a backup system in place where after about a minute it will just drop it off anyway. And Yes, Shane, I'm going to go underneath a blanket and eat some ice cream. Good on you. That's a good idea. Eating ice cream is always a good idea. So there you go. We have some packaged meat that we can drop off to someone in town. So yeah, that's looking too bad. So let's do some more. We can only do 10 at a time. I'm really hoping that Giants will allow this one through. If they don't, I think they're a bit hypocritical. It seems to me killing fish is okay, but not animals? I don't know. If you're going to take a stand against killing any living thing, then you don't kill fish either. Catching up on chat. Bought a cow shed that produces slurry with a slurry filling station, but I can place down a liquid manure tank, and will it fill up? It may do. It may act like a silo. It's hard to know. Most of them do act like silos, so it depends on the tank. Nice bit of mist. Right, let's get ourselves a covered trailer. There we go. I don't think that looks too bad. Hey, and welcome to our new subscribers. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Thank you for jumping in. Hope you are having a fantastic Thursday, yeah. Hey Bart, welcome in. Yeah, that was a tough choice. For the older school, I'd probably go for the Dutch Far. For new, Fent is definitely the way to go. Yeah. Volvo's a nice older tractor, but definitely not as powerful as it could be. Yeah, looks like we've got some snow settling. Very much like how the bottom of the South Island is at the moment. Yeah, I think we might be getting our last winter storm coming through before we get spring. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to try and find some time. Honestly, I'm really stretched for time at the moment, with work and that sort of thing. Usually when you catch me in the morning, I'm about to head off to work, and then when I get home from work, it's basically just having dinner and then getting set up for the streams. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to try and do it maybe sometime on the weekend. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't have a lot of time. I'm very, very busy. I'd really like to play with you, but it's just finding the time. Yeah, I work in the IT industry. I won't tell people where I work, because of the possibility of someone listening into the stream and getting ideas to hack. But yeah, we're kept busy. Yep, we've got snow coming over. Okay, let's sneak over to there. He looks like he's finished. Yeah, Bart, Rocket helped you with one of the fields? Ah, that's awesome. He's a good guy. Oh, getting a bit of stutters tonight. He said it's the best Polish mods and those mods like with realism. Nice one. Yeah, it is good to have mods that add realism. Definitely. Only 18 Mondays and then Christmas? Yeah. I've actually already put my leave in for Christmas. Got a summer holiday over Christmas. Because, of course, where I live, December is the beginning of summer. So yeah, we get to have a Christmas barbecue. Outside, usually. Although sometimes it's raining. Yeah, share. I've been working on an overlay and setting up my scenes in OBS. Still got to work on a thumbnail, but I should be able to do that one relatively easy. So I'm hoping tomorrow we can do the Friday night flight. Just got to decide what we're going to do. Not entirely sure yet. If anyone's got any parts of the world they would like to explore, let me know. And we can, yeah, possibly do a flight in that area. I have interactive panel attaching like those are very good. Yeah, they are. So yeah, I've been doing a little bit of testing flights and all that, but yeah, hasn't exactly gone well in some cases. So it should be a lot of fun. I have a plan. You stop streaming maybe now. You will and play on my save if you want. Yeah, I've got this stream going, so yeah, I'm wanting to keep the story going. Okay, so let's have a look here. Got a whole heap of mutton. Where's our best place to sell? Let's see how much money we make from it. So you got beef, buffalo meat, chicken, am I buying the new DLC for FS25? I already have. I purchased the season pass. So yeah. So farm transfer hub. Here we go. I don't even know where that is. And Yanti Fitarani, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Welcome to our new subscriber. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. So where is this hub? Oh, yep, up there in behind the shop there. So we will head in there and we'll see how much money we can make from this mutton. I have heard this mod is causing problems, game crashes and that sort of thing, so I'm hoping it's okay. Apparently there's an update coming for it very, very soon. Possibly tomorrow. Possibly not. Yeah, what do I think of the bananas? Yeah, that should be interesting. I'm thinking it'll be very labor intensive if you've got to manually harvest the bananas with a machete. So I think it's going to be like another crop like grapes or olives or something like that, I think people will try once and then go back to the cereals. Not many people tend to persevere with grapes or olives. I did with Witcombe Park. Not Witcombe Park, sorry. Oakbridge Farms. But yeah, it's possibly not going to be one that's going to be used a lot, especially if it's very labor intensive. Let's face it, most of us like to have a worker do the work for us. So yeah, would I think bananas be better than onions? I don't know. I'd have to wait and see, to be honest. Onions, I think are a great crop. Yeah, bananas could be a bit tricky. Have you seen the harvester for the potatoes? Yes. Yes, I did see that. You said you've got one in real life. That's awesome. Yeah, small little potato harvester. Okay, so we made 58, nearly 59,000. Plus an 8,000 environmental reward, so that's a nice tidy sum. That definitely helped pay for the trailer. JR Games, hello, welcome in. Great to have you here. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. And Shane, I'm back. Got my nice South African snacks and I'm underneath a nice warm blanket. Nice one. Yeah, we won't talk about the rugby game the other night. Don't know if you've seen Farmer Cop's video. No, I haven't, but I bet he's gloating. Because he was saying there was going to be bananas basically right from the very beginning. So I'm picking he'll probably be gloating. Right, let's park this in here. Haven't actually been in here. It's nicely dug out, actually. It is like it's been dug out especially for the especially for that shed. So yeah, that's quite nicely done. That's the one we want. Okay, so we want to go up to there. We just gave you guys that win just so that you guys have at least one win before we win the rest. Yes, I believe you're planning on the food poisoning trick again. And yeah, Bart, I'm begging Giants to add in the new DLC minions because they love bananas. Yeah. Oh yes, that would be good. Actually, I think someone did produce a minion weight back in FS22, I think it was. So yeah, that would go very well, wouldn't it? A minion weight with bananas. Shane. I've got a shush about that one, do I? Yes, yes. Was it an FS17? Honestly, they merge all together, I tell you. Well, some of the roads are kept clear and some of the roads aren't. The minion weight did come out in FS17 because they didn't know what's allowed on console at the time. Right. There we go. Yes. Yes, I did see that. That's always been the case. It is part of their terms and conditions, so yeah, some people have been breaching it. They can ask for donations, but they can't force donations. I'm not too sure how that works for like additional graphics packs or anything like that. No, OxygenDavid was charging, but he stopped. And there was another one, the is it the French or German map, where they were saying they had way better quality textures than the default game textures, but when you actually looked at it, their default textures were actually well below the quality of game textures. So they were sort of forcing you to go into their high definition textures by implying that Giants was not doing a great texture. So yeah, I wasn't too keen on that one. And I could tell because I went up close to one of their textured buildings and it was like really terrible, but I'd go up to the same distance to one of the buildings in Hutan Pantai, brickwork and all that sort of thing, and it was way better quality. So they were definitely dumbing down the textures. So we made a little bit of extra money there from the mobile butchery, and we've reduced the number of sheep in our pens to allow for some new baby lambs to be born. Hey, Aviation Geek, hello, welcome in. Kiwi Sim Farmhand for 2 months. Welcome in. Thank you for being a farmhand. How are we doing here? So we've got enough straw, so that's good. How's our grass field doing? Remember, we re-sowed it. It's not looking too bad. And how's our sheep looking? So got plenty of food. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that one. Yep, no worries, Bart. Thanks for jumping in. Great to have you along. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button. New Zealand's the country that has more sheep than people that are living in the country. Yes, definitely. Definitely the case. Alright, so let's check our contracts. Probably collect that one. Oh yeah, we've got another couple of ploughing and another cultivating. So accept that. Farm dog's definitely telling me to do that. Yeah, Aviation Geek, it is very early in the US. Thank you for jumping in. Do appreciate it. All right, let's jump over to our cultivating, I think. What's happening there? Yep, still going. Okay, let's put a couple of links in our chat. Have a good night, everyone. Hope to see you tomorrow. Kiwi, and me and Kirim are going to hop on my save again and do some barley silage. Oh, nice one. Tell Kirim I have put his link in the chat. So I've just put in Chinook's online link. He's does a lot of flight sim, so yeah, check him out and give him some subs and likes. And I've just put in Kirim Gaming. Definitely check him out. He is only about 15 away from having 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed to him yet, jump over to his channel, give him a sub. It'll be really great to see him get over that 1,000 subscriber threshold. It's definitely a milestone within the YouTube community. And I'll put in Cher's link as well. Jump over to her channel, say hi. She has some videos of concerts she's been to recently, so definitely a lot of fun to look at. And we'll put in Aviation Geeks channel as well. Definitely check him out. Has a lot of aviation based videos, as you'd probably expect. So yeah, definitely worth checking out his channel too. Hey Wasdale, welcome in. Yeah, what's with the early start? I had a little bit of a snooze before, yeah, just after dinner and before the stream, and I sort of woke up and just was looking at the minute hand and thinking, oh struth, I've only got sort of like 20 minutes before the stream's due to start. I wasn't looking at the hour hand, and so here I was panicking away, getting it all set up to get it going on the hour, and it turned out I was an hour early. So yeah, that's the deal with the early stream. I just can't read a clock properly. So everyone, check out Wasdale's time lapse. I'll put his link in the chat as well. He's got an interesting project where he's building a LED cube, and it should be absolutely stunning when it's finished. But he also does time-lapse photography of the night sky with star trails and that sort of thing. Extremely fascinating. Well, I find it fascinating anyway, and I think it's well worth jumping over to say hi and just enjoy the videos. He compresses the entire night into just a few minutes, so it doesn't take too long to watch, and it is fascinating. Sometimes you get to see meteors fly past, so yeah, definitely check out his channel. Hey, the LED tower is finished and it works. Oh, that's awesome. All that hard work has paid off. Yeah, so tomorrow night I'm probably going to try and do the Friday night flight. I think I was thinking of doing a flight from the bottom of the South Island up the east coast past the Alps and landing possibly at the top of the South Island or maybe into Wellington. However, I do like to fly in real weather conditions, and it's not looking like it's going to be great weather for flying in the South Island, so I may have to choose another location on Earth. And of course, if I do a New Zealand flight at my usual streaming time, I will have to change the time, so it is during daylight. So yeah, I have got another place that I can go to that could be a lot of fun. So maybe we'll do that. And I'm also planning on doing a few UK flights. I do enjoy flying around the UK. And whilst I'm struggling to video it due to flicker issues, I'm no photographer and all the different camera settings are baffling me. Yes, so you probably want to try working with your shutter speed. That's probably the main one to work with flickering. So I guess it's to do with the hertz, and you could work it out that way. David Santiago, hello, welcome in. Thank you for jumping in, appreciate it. Hope you are having a fantastic Thursday. Right, let's head down and do that long trip to that other cultivating job. Nice that the snow's melted off a little bit. Yeah, sorry Wasdale, don't quite get your reference there. Might be a local UK thing that we don't have over here in New Zealand. Hey farmhand Andy, welcome in. Great to have you here. Thank you for jumping in. Hope you are having a fantastic Thursday morning. It was fun catching up on your stream last night. That's early morning my time. Well, not early, just before I head off to work. That's how I interpret your info about the camera settings. Yeah, so you'd have to find your setting that adjusts your shutter speed. And then you probably want to change it. You're probably on what, 50 hertz powers? So maybe 50 hertz? So 50th of a second maybe? I just remember something like that if you're getting flickering in fluorescent lights when you're doing filming or something like that. You had to set the shutter speed to match the power hertz so that would eliminate the flickering. So yeah, what camera are you using to shoot it with there, Wasdale? Ah, not at all there, Farmhand Andy. It's sort of like, if I see you streaming, I always try to jump in. Sometimes I won't get into the chat, but I'm always there hitting the like and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's great to support another fellow YouTuber. Alright, so it looks like the other ploughing is done, so let's go and move them on to the next one. Just about finished. Is that saying service already? Man. These tractors always need servicing. So let's have a look here. What's the next ploughing one? $29 or 64? I think 64 is on the way to 29. So yep, we'll be doing 64 next. This one's finished here. Hey Artem, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope everything's going well for you. Why every year when I ask questions about how much harvest do I get this year, nature simply answers yes. Hey, yes, definitely. Yeah, nature's not very forthcoming with that information, that's for sure. I've just posted an image of the tower on my Discord for anyone that might be interested in the picture section. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for that, Wasdale. Appreciate it. Definitely check it out. Right, well I think it's going to get dark early, so we'll probably get this one job done and then that'll probably be about it. Using the Blackmagic camera app on the iPhone. Yeah, that should be okay. You should be able to set the shutter speed and change the shutter speed. So that should be okay. I've got an Android. I'm just going to fire up. I've got the app installed on my one. I'll just fire that up and see if I can find that setting for you. So I think it's under settings, and under settings you can do speed or angle. Angle is more for video cameras, old school sort of thing. When you had the circulating shutter, and the angle would be the gap between. So yeah. If I go into camera and yeah, so you can adjust the shutter speed just by tapping on the shutter, and you could see which one works for you to reduce the amount of flickering you get. So that should be an option on the app. I don't know if you can see it on the camera there. But yeah. So it's actually a good app, that one. And hey Joel, welcome in. Thank you for joining. And Artem, I mean, it's never too much, I guess, so I can feed everyone and every creature on my land. Yeah, hopefully you can get enough to do that, eh? That's the important thing, Artem. And thanks for jumping in there, Joel. Appreciate it. Now I've just put Farmhand Andy's link in the chat. Be sure to jump over there and say hi, and flick him a subscribe if you haven't done so already. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please do that as well. And hey, thank you to our 2 new subscribers. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Thank you for jumping in, and yeah, hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. So yeah, 2190. We are so close to 2200, and we're getting towards our 3000 mark. And Marcus the Sim Farmer, hello, welcome in. Great to have you here, has been a while. Hope you are well. So Marcus has a small channel as well, so feel free to check that one out. Just putting the link in the chat now. So close to 100 subscribers. Now I can't remember if I put Irish Farmers link in the chat, so I will do that anyway. There's Irish Farmers link as well. Check out his videos. He does some real farming videos. Oh yeah, you've tried that and it doesn't look okay when I watch it back on the phone. So it does look okay when I put it on the phone, but when I put it into Resolve, it looks terrible. Yeah, it could be because Resolve's changing the frame rate as well. I think Resolve usually goes to about 24 frames per second. So you might need to change the project settings in Resolve to 50 frames per second. That might help, especially if it's looking okay on the phone but not in Resolve. So it's probably the frames per second of the project in Resolve. It can get all very complicated very quickly. Yep, it's definitely getting dark early. It is only 4 o'clock and look at that sunset. Here you go, folks, the view from the office. Resolve does ask if I want to change the FPS and I choose yes, so I assume it tries to match the 60 FPS that I'm shooting in. Yeah, it should be. Do I have some special shaders in? No, I only have the default OxygenDavid shaders for this map. But he is a true artist when it comes to shaders. His maps are always stunning when it comes to the looks of the dawn and the sunset. So yeah, I don't usually play around with the likes of reshade or anything like that. I just keep the default shaders. Did play around with reshade for a little while, but it didn't accomplish what I was wanting it to accomplish, unfortunately. The problem was caused by giants and could only be fixed by giants, unfortunately. Yep, standard map lighting. No reshade or anything. But yeah, after we've done this field, I think I'll put this tractor in for a service. Hard to believe we brought this brand new and it's done 21 hours already. Kind of about quarter of the way through its life. Usually have about set the lifespan for a tractor to be about 100 hours. So yeah, we're nearly 25 hours into its lifespan. Definitely done some work since we brought it. Earned us a bit of money as well. So yeah, there was a bit announced by Giants. There's also a new game that was announced at Gamescom. Lego Skylines. Basically it looks like City Skylines with Lego. Yeah, not too sure about that one. I don't mind City Skylines, but not too sure about Lego version of it. But yeah, talking of Lego, I just received today the Concorde. So I will be making that at some stage. I think I wouldn't mind doing a live stream of building. I've got a few models, a few Lego things to build, so I'm trying to think how I could redo my schedule so that I could have some streams with Lego. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Would you be interested in watching some streams on Lego, or do you prefer Farm Sim? The new and stuff was interesting also, from CPU to GPU. And Wasdale, I got Claude AI working hard in the background creating animations for the tower. It took a while to get to understand the architecture, but it has it now. Could get some great results. Yes, AI, the overly enthusiastic intern that thinks it's got all the answers. And Wasdale, I just took delivery of the McLaren P1 Lego set. Nice. Nice. Yes, I've got the Concorde now. I had to get the Concorde. I just liked the way it was built, and yeah, the Concorde, I almost think is the pinnacle of mankind's technical achievements, to have a passenger jet that could go faster than the speed of sound. And I feel like we've gone backwards in air travel, to be honest. Once the Concorde stopped, and there was no replacement for it. You know, sure, we've got cell phones and all that sort of thing, but you know, the big technology stuff, I feel like we've reached the peak at the end of the 60s and early 70s. Yeah, it does need a lot of space to display. It is approximately a meter in length, or just over a meter in length, I believe. So it's going to be a big model. And Farmhand Andy got the McLaren Senna GTR Lego set. Nice one. Yeah, I've gone for the American muscle cars, so I have the Ford Shelby Mustang, and I have the Shelby Cobra as well. So yeah, I've gone for the American muscle. So yeah, I've got the Cobra to build as well. So definitely get a few things. And I just saw Lego has released Lego has released the Ford GT40. So that's another one that's tempting me. But I'm also very much want to get the E-Type Jaguar. I've just released that as well. So yeah, I am never going to be a millionaire, that's for sure. Lego will be making a lot of money out of me. You have 31 of the Speed Champion sets. Haven't got space for any more. Yes, I'm also a collector of farming implements in the Lego City series. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on the point of view, my bank manager would be saying fortunately, Lego doesn't produce a lot of farming equipment in the Lego City series, so it's not something that I see a lot of. There's been 2 tractors released, and I've got a forage harvester and truck and trailer, but that's the only ones that I've been able to find. Share very kindly sent over a Technics harvester, so definitely will be building that one. I've double checked it and all the pieces are there, so that's great. So yeah, that's another one on my list of things to build. I just need to set up the camera so that it is showing on the build table, I guess. Have to work out where I'm going to have the build table also. Hey Kirim, welcome in. Thank you for jumping in. Hope you are having a fantastic Thursday. There we go. I'm just putting Kirim's link in again in case you guys have missed it. Really hoping he can get to that 1,000 subs soon. That would be fantastic. So definitely check out his channel, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Won't regret it. He does a great stream. A lot of fun to listen to, and yeah, it's really good. 984. So last time I checked, Kirim, you were 985, but yeah, YouTube giveth and YouTube taketh away. So yeah, it's always so frustrating when you're just so close and and they take one away like that. So, but you will get there, mate. You will get there. So, yeah, hopefully not too long. That terms of service kicked up a dust storm, which shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, give or take, it happens. It does, mate. It does. Yeah, I wasn't confident of my 1,000 until I got to about 1,005. And then I sort of thought, yeah, I might lose 1 or 2, but I shouldn't lose 5, hopefully. Yeah, the terms of service is definitely going to be a bit different. I'll probably lose a little bit of income from my shorts videos because they were giving a few cents a month, but now they're not going to be counted unless you have 10 million views, which I'm nowhere near. Heck, if vidIQ can't even get 10 million views on their shorts, then I've got no hope. So yeah, that's a little bit frustrating that there's another form of revenue that's not going to be available. YouTube might reconsider. Bill Billy is going international. Is there something happening that I'm not aware of? Quite likely. I'm not aware of a lot of things that are happening. Right, let's turn the lights on in here, and then we can park the tractor up and get it serviced. I might leave the other tractor out in the field for the night. It shouldn't hurt it. Alright, let's give it an inspection. No breakdowns, so that's good. Let's give it a service. Always go for an extended service. Sort of increases the time between having to do services. Oh, that's China's version of YouTube. Announced it yesterday. So analysts suggest that it might steal views and content creators. It has similar model structures as YouTube. Also, it offers more access to Chinese viewers. And that's market. That's a big market. That could stir things up. Because definitely YouTube doesn't have a lot of competition at the moment. Right, let's have a sleep until 7. It'll still be quite dark at 7, I think. Have a meal. Yep, exactly. Yeah, so that would definitely make life a bit interesting. And share, you've had some rain. Nice. You guys have been a bit dry lately, haven't you? Been a drought, I believe. Sort of been catching up on some news about a whole lot of different archaeological finds showing up in crop marks. And yeah, Roman roads and villas and all sorts of things. So yeah, could be a lot of information gathered that'll keep archaeologists, you know, the people that dig in the ground, lots of work in the future. And Wasdale, we're expecting lots of rain over the next few days. Hopefully it won't be too much, just enough to soak into the ground and get the ground moist again. Okay, let's flip up to here. And figure out where our next job is. Right, so that's there. And we'll go back the way we came then, and that'll get us back onto that field. We could use some rain. Wind shifted through, so the smoke is not blowing my way. It hits my breathing badly. Yeah, you've been getting some bad forest fires over there, haven't you? So yeah, hopefully you guys can get some rain and can put those forest fires out. Yeah, it could be a dry summer for us as well, I think, with the El Nino. Apparently it's going to be a big El Nino as well, so yeah, could be interesting. Yeah, probably won't see it settle till October. Yeah, that's still a ways off, isn't it? Hard to believe we're into September. Or nearly into September. Yeah, Kiram, that has you guys concerned as well. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Can't do much about nature, unfortunately. Whatever she dishes out, she dishes out. And it was sad news about what happened in Nepal with those terrible flooding and mudslides. So many people killed. Unfortunately, some New Zealanders are missing as well. Popular tourist place. So yeah, that was not great news to wake up to. It's been a day of a week of bad news really. Dolly Parton dying, Tim Curry dying. Mudslides in Nepal. So no other contracts except for Deadwood. That's all we've got. Yeah, there's possibly a few people missing from different countries all over the world. We got $1.4 million, or pounds, sorry. So yeah, we were sort of hoping that we'd have 1.5, so what I estimate we'll need for my next plan. And we'll be putting that plan into place in spring, in March. So yeah, we've got a bit to do. Right, we'll let these guys do their things, and I might head back. I might do some servicing on some of the vehicles. We'll definitely give this a bit of a service. Winter service. So, you know, winter time's a good time to do the full service. Do an inspection. No breakdowns, so let's do maintenance. Ended. So yeah, we will definitely use up a bit of the cash that we had. So some of these pieces of equipment won't need maintenance, but it'll be good to just give them the winter maintenance. What do you think of American Farmer 2, the new sim game promoted by the squad? I think it's a good start. They got the tractor brands, but they still need to work on the UI and textures. Yeah, that's just a mobile game though, isn't it? I thought it was just a mobile game. I could be wrong. Yeah, maybe the textures just made me think it looked like a mobile game. I think it's PC. Yeah, it could be good if it's a PC game, but like you say, textures definitely need some work. They want it on Android. Yeah, well, Giants definitely want the games on Android as well. The amount of people that kept pestering for them. It's always funny. I was thinking, I don't really care. I just want the game I've got to work properly. I don't care about mobile gaming. I don't play Farm Sim on the mobile. I play Solitaire. Yes, Joel, definitely. I think we're all saddened by that news. Yeah, she's definitely an artist that is on my playlist. Yes, bananas are coming to FS25. Not entirely sure how I feel about that. They look quite labour intensive. Don't know if we can get the workers to walk around with machetes. Do we trust the workers to walk around with machetes? If we do all the servicing in winter, it means when we come to spring, we should have vehicles in tip-top condition. And it's actually always good to do at least a yearly service on vehicles, no matter how many Ks I've done, or hours. Omatana called it. She was right about bananas. Yes, she was. And Farmer Cop called it too. DJ was giving him heaps about it, so Alright, well that trailer was brand new, so I don't think we need to do anything on that one. I need to check the sheeps, make sure that they've got enough enough feed. Hey, Farmman Andy, no worries, still here, just doing auto drive to productions. Nice one. They can be tricky to sort out, that's for sure. Cool, that one's all fixed up. So got the tractor and the trailer through here to do. I think this is the last tractor. No breakdowns on it. That's a change. Hey Wasdale, going back to the Concorde, there are a few interesting alternate builds for that set on rebrickable.com. Check them out. I will check that out. Thanks for that, Wasdale. And share your gathering straw on Cavalier Roy's map. Nice one. He does a great map. He's done some great maps in plural. And Farmhand Andy, hello Kirim. Hope you are well. Right, so we're nearly finished that. Contract there, that's the ploughing one. Which one is it? This one here. Here we go. We'll just let that finish that. And then we will take this back, give it a wash, put the cultivator away, and give this a service as well. Oh, that's cool. Massey Ferguson, maintenance is complete, no issues detected. Harvester, no issues detected. Enjoy the farming share, definitely. JCB fast track, maintenance completed, no issues detected. Nice. Massey Ferguson, maintenance completed, no issues detected. That's what I like to see. Nearly 9 a.m. Honestly, I'm not used to this kind of short days. We don't have short days even in winter time like this. By about 9 we are usually, even on the shortest day, still fairly much daylight. Yeah, so we made it to 1.4 and then we're back down to 1.382. Get a bit of money on maintenance, but it's going to pay off next season. Everything will be nicely maintained and ready to go. Hey Cher, you got some amazing photos of Johnny Depp from the concert. Awesome. Glad you enjoyed it. Fiat maintenance completed. No issues detected. Always good. Right, let's park this up and get the maintenance started on this one. Then we'll go and grab the Fent. Production all done, time to chill. Definitely. And Kiram Gaming, I like Johnny Depp. He will go to children's hospitals as Jack Sparrow to bring a smile to the kids. Yeah, he's a great guy. Right. Get this sorted as well. Johnny Depp's only mistake in life was Amber Heard. Yeah. Yes. Yes, that was an interesting one. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with actors, it's sort of like you don't know who to trust, because actors are just that, they're good at acting, you know. So what you see as their public persona isn't necessarily the same as their private persona. So yeah, it's always hard to know where the truth lies. Narrow causeway for a big tractor. You do want more Pirates of the Caribbean. Hope that that gets resolved. Yeah, he definitely made that role his own, that's for sure. So yeah, in case anyone wasn't watching earlier on in the stream, I've tried out a new mod from Gaming with Just Joe. It's the meat pickup, meat packaging, meat processing mod. So basically what you do is you hit Shift B. Mobile butcher will come to the farm. You select the field that has animals in it, and then just like loading the animals into a trailer or something like that, you can select the animal and then choose the number to process, maximum of 10, and then hit the butcher and it will process the sheep into nicely boxed packages to be sold around the community. Don't need a special sell point or anything like that. So yeah, it's a good little mod. It was a great way to basically get more for your sheep than just selling them at the local dealer. So you do get a little bit more extra by getting the meat processed and then delivering it yourself. So yeah, great mod. He's hoping to get it through Giants testing, but that will remain to be seen. I know Giants can be funny about things like that. Always seems strange, you know, it's okay to kill fish, but not okay to process animals. Yeah, farmhand Andy, he's never going back due to the way they treat him. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, let's have a look at our equipment. So yeah, 6 hours, 6.9, 6.9. Half an hour of 7.5, so we've still got 7 hours left on that one. So I think we will do that one. Have we set the New Holland off? I don't think we have we? Or did we? Maybe we have. Yes, we have. So it's doing its thing as well. Right, so I think we'll leave the Fent. We've got 7 hours left on that one, so hopefully he gets it through Giants testing. Yeah, I hope he does too. Because he's done it really well. You don't actually see any meat. The processed meat is basically just in boxes. Farm to plate is what he's done as his catchphrase. So I actually think it's a great way to introduce kids to the process without introducing them to all the mess that goes around along with it. So yeah, I hope it can pass through as well. Yeah, we might get a bale into here. I always think it's amusing that it's okay to take fish from the water, but apparently it's not okay to take cows from the farm to a processing plant. I can understand, you know, some people did go overboard with some of the processes involved and did make their mods quite graphic. But yeah, Just Joe's done a great job to keep it fairly well sanitized, and yeah, it's basically just a factory that processes meat. I did actually suggest, instead of having the word butcher in the bottom, just to have it process. That might make it a bit more palatable to Giants, maybe. might drop the straw off and then grab a bale of hay. New Holland, one issue was detected. Should go and check that out. It is getting to be an older tractor, so issues to be understood. Yeah, he let me test it for him, and I did ask permission to use it in the game here, and he said that was okay, so... Moderate steering linkage wear. Steering pull is noticeable, and steering response is significantly reduced. Okay, well, let's repair it. It's got to be done. So this is our little manure producing factory. So basically it's to emulate the sheep doings that would happen in the sheep barn over winter time. Over winter time I have it turned on. It is basically just a production. It converts straw into manure. 174 pieces of straw becomes 400 manure. So yeah, we just do that to emulate having the sheep in the pens over winter time. Of course, when they're in the fields, they happily do their doings in the fields, and we don't worry about that. But you do have to clean them up in the pens, so that's what I'm using that mod for, to emulate that. Last time we sold it all at the biogas plant, but this year I may think about, or next season, sorry, I might think about getting a spreader and spreading it on our grass field. And no, we don't want 12, we only want 1. Hopefully we should have enough to tide us over for winter. It's a tight yard round here. But yeah, I am quite pleased that we've sort of got the dual use gates. They create a race for the sheep to move from the field to the sheep pens, and they also can block off this area here so that the sheep, if they happen to get out of their pens, they don't run amok all over the countryside. Those that watch Viva La Dirt League would know where that reference comes from. For those that haven't checked out Viva La Dirt League, I think you would probably enjoy it. They do a lot of video game related videos. Probably their most famous one is Epic NPC Man. Yeah, sorry folks, I've got a cheap Chinese Bluetooth module that I got off of AliExpress, and most of the time it works okay, but occasionally it'll do the disconnect and reconnect and repeatedly do it all the time. So yeah, I just sort of remove it, give it a few minutes, and then it starts working again. Yeah, I set the wall up so that the gate sort of nudges up against the other gate post there. And yeah, it sort of works out really good. For an interesting video of a forage harvester with tracks in the mud chopping corn. They had a tracked dump truck that had 360-degree rotation, like an excavator, to act as a tipper. Oh wow, that would have been an interesting one to watch. It's amazing the equipment that is actually out there. Right, I think I need to make some money. They also had a mobile field bunker that's a metal interesting setup. Yeah, sounds like it. And New Holland repair is completed. And I'm not doing very well with my fishing. A lot of rubbish in here. Rubbish again, man. And hey, welcome to our new subscriber too. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Hope you are having a fantastic Thursday. We'll release that one. Anything under 400 pound is worth releasing. You get a bonus for releasing a certain number of fish. You also get a bonus for clearing up rubbish after a certain amount. So we do actually earn interest on our £1 million, so that helps. Yes. We'll sell that one. So if we go to our money, here we go. So far we've spent a lot on maintenance. Yeah, vehicle running costs £30,000. But if we come down to bank interest, yeah, we're making like £1,000 a month at the moment. So yeah, that's helpful. I'm gonna have to find a different spot. This isn't doing very well. be close to getting a bonus for the amount of rubbish we're collecting. Right, I think I am going to leave it at that for the fishing. Jump through to the next month, and then I might do some deadwood contracts. I'll make a little bit of extra money that way. Now we've got wild boar in our field. Has anyone tried out that new molehill mod? Been tempted, but I just haven't done that yet. So hey, and we got another subscriber. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Right, so what do we got? So we are in January, and what did we get in the way of interest? Bank interest 1,147. So that's good. How are we doing here for feed? Like we've got some lambs that were born. And I think that sheep's just sleeping. I'm sure it's just sleeping. So yeah, we've got 100. Yeah, we definitely got some lambs. And we've got some, and 100 in here too. So, yeah, definitely have some lambs there. Hey, Chatsubo, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you are having a fantastic Thursday. Okay, let's go back to our contracts. So yeah, we got to £1.4 million, and then we did some maintenance. So that dropped us down below the 1.4. So that's the way it goes. Let's jump into our Land Rover. Hopefully it doesn't crash the game. I was watching DJ and he was saying that there was a new update coming out for it. So And we got another new subscriber. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Thursday. It has been a while, so yeah, I'll just remind everyone, because I quite often need the reminder as well. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And if you aren't a subscriber, definitely do that as well. You'll get notifications on your feed when my videos come up. And yeah, it's a great way to support the channel without having to you know, spend money. So it's a win-win situation. Hey Chatsuya, happens the moment I arrive. I'm sure we all hope you're doing well too. Yes, yeah, I'm doing well. Yeah, bit of a nightmare day yesterday. Had to completely rebuild the game, reinstall everything. Yeah, so fortunately, by the time I'd got all that done, it was just too late to stream, but we've got it going for tonight, so that's the main thing. Right, I don't think I've actually done a contract in this area, so will be interesting. Find a place to park. And probably need to collect my hand tool out. Sorry people, it has to be the lightsaber. No, it's not realistic, but it is fun. You gotta admit it's fun. Now we have to find all the deadwood trees. You have to have them done within an hour. Not great, not terrible. Oh, that's okay, I guess. It'd be good if it was great, but if it's not terrible, well, that's definitely not a bad place to be in. So I did actually start one of these contracts on another map many moons ago, and yeah, I actually ran out of time. I didn't actually realize I only had a short period of time. So hopefully get around here in time. Hopefully we won't have that tricky one that you just can't find. We're about halfway through. Another one over there. What are we, about 1.39 million. One up here, one over there. Another one up there. I think we just need to find two, is it? Looks like we found our two. Deadwood contract finished. Now, how many have we got? Any that aren't going to be finishing? Okay, so that's 82. 94. 2 hours. I think we'll get that done in time. We'll find out. Whenever I think of the Land Rover, I always think of the South African, I think it was South African or Southern African movie called The Gods Must Be Crazy. It was quite a funny movie, and Land Rover nearly stole the show from everyone else, I think. So yeah, definitely. You like seeing an old Land Rover running through the African bush? Definitely check out that movie. Well, they're pretty in their element in our bushveld. Yes, definitely. A lot got used a lot over there. A lot of Land Rovers, I mean. So yeah, tomorrow night, definitely hoping to do the Friday night flight. Not the Friday night fright, although the way I fly, it might turn out to be that. So yeah, could be a lot of fun. Please don't tune in expecting a professional polished flight. It will be anything but that. I am not a real pilot. I have never flown a real plane, and I don't even know the correct way to use ATC. All I know is how to use ATC in the actual game as provided by Asobo and Microsoft. So it should be a bit of fun, especially landing. I've got a couple of planes that I'll probably be using. And one of them is actually one of the hardest planes to fly. It is a tail dragging DC-3, which can be very, very tricky to land. So should be a lot of fun. The heavy bird, really got to keep on top of its speed and descent. Because it can get away from you. So it could be a bit of fun. May even be a few crashes. But then having watched this, you're used to seeing crashes. Now we've got one over here, one down there, and one over there by the looks of it. So let's do these. Well, I think this might be the last one. Game farms use Land Rovers almost exclusively. Yeah, well, I knew a family that swore by Land Rovers. They actually owned a couple of the old school ones, and yeah, they thought they were the best vehicles on Earth. Hey, use a Schwab. Yes, I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Good movie, that one. So many different references to a whole lot of sci-fi movies. Baseballs, in case no one recognizes the quote. Good movie to check out. It's a Star Wars parody. Hey, no worries, Chatsubo. Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it. You have a great day. And this gaming man, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Sort of caught some of your comment there before you retracted it. And yes, it probably is my uncle's lightsaber. Now, I should actually check the used dealership too. If there's anything that could be worthwhile getting. Hey, this gaming man. Sorry I sent the first message before finishing writing it. Oh, I do that occasionally too, so no worries. And completely welcome in anyway. Great to have you here. Thank you for jumping in. Appreciate it. Hope you are having a fantastic Thursday. For me, Thursday is just about over. Gonna be a busy day at work tomorrow, but yeah, once it's over and done with, we will look at doing our Friday night flight. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. This is sort of I have looked at maybe changing my channel name, but Kiwi Sim Farmer is my channel, so yeah, and it is primarily farming focused, although I do a lot of other things. I have a lot of adventures that I record and put up for other people to enjoy. So maybe Kiwi Sim Adventures would be better, but I don't know if I want to go through that whole hassle of renaming, so I think I'll just keep it Kiwi Sim Farmer. But we do a bit of flight, we do a bit of live video. Maybe if I can get things sorted, we'll do some Lego build as well. Check something out here. Right, and this gaming man has a channel. Let's subscribe to you, this gaming man. So I will put your link in the chat. Guys, check out this gaming man. He's got some racing videos, some farm sim videos. So yeah, definitely his channel to check out, and maybe flick him a subscription too while you're there. Hey, no problem, this gaming man. A lot of YouTubers did the same for me when I was first starting out, so I like to help people out whenever I can, and putting a link in the chat is an easy way to do it. And share, you've got some new Lego, awesome. Yep, for those that have just arrived, I've actually just received the Concorde. So that's on my to-do list for building, along with a Shelby Cobra. And I've actually got a camera, Lego camera to build as well. Fairly simple kit, that one, but I'm also a keen photographer, so it sort of ties in nicely with the concept of having a camera collection, which I do have. Actually have a camera from the early part of last century, early 1900s. And what makes it even more special was it belonged to an ancestor of mine, so it's sort of been passed down. So family law is he brought it over from Canada to New Zealand. And gaming man, awesome, thank you, just subbed. Fantastic, mate, thank you so much, appreciate it. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. And everyone, check out this gaming man's channel and maybe give him a sub as well. No maybes, definitely give him a sub. Looks like you've had some shenanigans on the farm at times. Looking at some of those shorts. Let's have a look here. That's right, I was going to check our used market. So let's have a look at Rod, see what Rod's got in the way of equipment. I don't think we actually need anything at the moment. I think we're fairly good. But yeah, it could be worth checking out. Kubota M series, that could be fun to get just for the fact that it's a Kubota. Long wheelbase rumbler. Would be good for delivering our meat packages. But the trailer was definitely a bit cheaper. That's £72,000 as opposed to £13,000. Hey, Farmhand Andy, awesome, thank you. There you go. The gaming man, you've got a new subscriber. You've had 2 new subscribers tonight. Okay, nothing in there. Maybe just for the fun of it, we'll walk over to the used tractor yard. There's another great mod. And we can check out Hey Share, yes, I have a Lego tractor to do as well. Or forage harvester actually. Right, let's walk through this hedgerow here. Bit scratchy, but you know, not too bad. Oh, thanks Wasdale. I'll definitely check up on that one. See. Go over to yeah, nice. I've got the page up, so I'll definitely check that out after our stream. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. It'll be interesting to see what people have done with the Concorde. Although I will say I was actually very impressed with how they had the moving parts and how you initiated the movement with the tail section. All very well done and seamless. This is our used equipment yard. Looks like we've got a Fendt 300. Small tedder. Definitely don't need a small tedder. Bigger tedder would be good. What do we got here? Plus 500. This is a Fendt 933. Very similar to what we've got, actually. That's interesting. An orchard tractor. $20, but it is a Fent, so used Fent is probably better than a new Landini. Wonder if that would come in handy. Ooh, and an old school Massey. Definitely a good tractor to have around the farm, I reckon. Got a case farm all, just a small little tractor. More of a tractor for going around the yard than using for field work. Because we're mainly doing field work, you need the bigger tractors. And we've got the 1024 Massey Ferguson, which we have already. And then we have a Voltra. Do we have the price on that Voltra? £72,000. £145 horsepower, so it's a good little tractor, that one. It's sort of like, it's about the right size and horsepower wise for its size. So, and here you're definitely paying the Fent tax in 16. And it's 142 horsepower, so you're definitely paying the Fent tax. That's for sure. Fent's definitely worth a lot more money. The slightly bigger tractor, I think, but same engine size. Hey Share, thanks for that. 3 subscribers. Awesome. Here you go, this gaming man. 3 subscribers. For jumping into the right stream. Thank you for that. Oh, a couple of deadwood contracts to do. Get on back to the farm. But yeah, it's winter time, so there's not a lot of farm work happening on winter time. I will probably skip through the rest of winter, keep the animals fed and that sort of thing. And then we will be able to jump into March, and March is going to be a busy month. I've got a lot of plans for March. So yeah, definitely worthwhile checking out the next stream to see what we will be doing. All going well, that will be next Wednesday night my time. So that's Wednesday morning for a lot of the world. Yeah, hopefully we don't have to rebuild our or reinstall our game again or anything like that. Yeah, definitely would have been a stream last night, but had to reinstall the game, so that took a bit of time. Rightio, so we've got a quick one here to do with our lightsaber. Like I say, I know it's not real. I know I should be using a chainsaw, but it's so much fun to use. I know sometimes you can take the dead wood away, but honestly it's probably not worth the hassle, the amount that you get from it. I think it's just cheaper to drop them all, let the landowner worry about them, let them rot in the ground and be homes for little bugs and critters. And then to cart them away and try and process them into wood or anything like that. It's just not worth it. There's not a lot of wood in them. Alright, it's finished. Let's head off and do the other one. So yeah, I do like where the bush is. It's sort of like, yeah, it's quite steep and scrappy, so you can understand why it wasn't ploughed or converted into fields. So there's sort of like a reason why the bush is there. Saw a player quite a while back that had a timber processing mod that gives litre for litre on deadwood. Ooh, that would make it worthwhile. That would definitely make it worthwhile. We'll head up in the bush here and do another deadwood contract. I think there's one up by the main farm outbuildings at the top here. Yeah, look at that view. OxygenDavid definitely knows how to build a very scenic map and pick some fantastic parts of the world. This is of course based on a real location. There has been some artistic license taken with the river, but the location is fairly much intact. The roads sort of follow the real roads. It is definitely a stunning part of the world. I think OxygenDavid has captured it. I don't think I've done a contract round here either. There we go. I think we found the other two there. Might have, oh no, we've got 3 over there, so that might be all of them. Find out. OxygenDavid's definitely spent a bit of time with the woodland and the undergrowth. It feels like it is a real woodland with the undergrowth, the ferns and the brambles and that sort of thing. There we go, finished. Gaming with Just Joe, good morning, welcome in. So we actually we used your mod at the beginning of the stream there, Just Joe. Fantastic. Worked really well. We were able to process some of the sheep from our sheep pens, and we made quite a bit of money from them. So definitely a fantastic mod. Not sure, would it be available on console, or is it definitely only a script mod and PC only? But yeah, fantastic mod. Dare I say it, I think it's one of your best. Your cow breeding one's good, but I think the meat processing one is the top one. It definitely meets a need that was there. So yeah, just put your link in there, Just Joe, and yeah, people, check it out. He quite often will highlight one of his new mods. So Just Joe is becoming an accomplished modder, and is actually putting out some really good work. He has a mod that allows you to have carving in a particular month only, so which is actually really realistic. That's what happens is calves are born at a particular time of the year. Here in New Zealand, we all know when it's calving time because you never see a farmer in town. So, you know, it's always the same time of year. So that's a really good addition to the game. Makes it a bit more realistic without having to go the whole genetics route of Ritter's animal mod. Great mod, but very, very complicated. And Just Joe sort of it's got that in-between stage. Another great mod from him is available on his itch.io page. Good place to check out different modders. A lot of modders are putting their stuff on itch.io. This map is from OxygenDavid's itch.io page. Unfortunately, hasn't been released on the mod hub yet, but it is in testing, I've been told. So I was hoping it would have been released a bit earlier, but hasn't been so far. So for the console people, it would be really great when it is finally released. Yeah, definitely the quiet time of year. I don't think I'll make it to £1.5 million by March, but I think we will have enough to do what we want to do anyway. So next episode could be quite interesting. Not sure when or if, but I heard someone say they are looking at releasing some right-hand drive cars and trucks here soon. Oh, that would be really good. That is something that was definitely missing from the Kinlaig map. And we are getting them. There are some. There's the Lizard Rumbler van, which is the Ford van. So I'm wondering if that will be something that could be rebranded as Ford, or whether Ford has another strict licensing deal. I don't know. It would be great if we could have some Ford tractors, Ford branded vans, and that sort of thing. Yeah. If I see it hit, I'll be sure to let you and Andy know. I know you a lot like to drive on the right hand side. Yes, we're yeah, right hand side of the vehicle, left hand side of the road. It's what Andy and I have grown up with. So yeah. Just like quite a few people. India drive on that side of the road. Japan drives on that side of the road. And up until about the 60s and 70s, there were a number of countries in Europe that drove on that side of the road as well. So, yeah, they just basically shifted over. I think at one stage Canada even drove on that side of the road for a while, until it decided to integrate into the US system. I could be wrong with that though. But yeah. Yeah, so right-hand drive vehicles really does fit in with the English maps that we have, the Australian maps. Australia drives on that side of the road as well. And New Zealand does also, as you probably would have guessed. Phew, get out of my newly sown field. Go on, go away. Tell you what, New Zealand, you wouldn't do that with a wild boar. Be running for the nearest tree. They're vicious over here. Very mean temperament. We got our field here, so nice bit of wheat growing, so right, well, it's been sort of a slow stream this stream, just catching up on work. A few ploughing jobs to do. That meat mod to test out worked brilliantly. And yeah, a couple of deadwood contracts. So we'll collect those. That should actually put us real close to 1.4. It looks like we've got some new ones that we could do there, so we might look at doing those. But I'll probably do those off camera. Like I say, we'll probably skip through the rest of winter, so you guys don't have to watch me just doing deadwood contracts all the time. And we'll be getting into March and my special project, the next stage of growth for the farm and the contract business. So yeah, that should be interesting. So we started with nothing. We built up a contracting business. Now have leased a sheep farm, set up a sheep area with wool and now meat processing. And the next stage is something that's going to be exciting, I think. So yes, I am teasing you. I know I'm not telling you what it is. I know. But yeah, I hope you guys will like it as much as I hope I will as well. No worries there, Just Joe. Thanks for that. And yeah, thanks for the info on using the mod. Yep, no problem there, Just Joe. Like I say, the only thing I'd suggest for Giant's point of view is when we go into here and we select some sheep and all that, just change that word to process. I think would be a bit more Giants friendly, a term that could be a bit more Giants friendly. But that's the only suggestion I've really got. It is an awesome mod. So yeah, well done with that. And you have a good day there, Just Joe. Thanks for jumping in. Thank you to everyone for jumping in. Thank you to all our new subscribers. Been great to have you join the Kiwi clan. And yeah, like I say, that's it for winter. And yep, we should get over 1.4 million, so that'll be good. But I don't think we'll make it to the 1.5 million we were hoping to get to, but we're pretty darn close, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, thank you everyone. Have a good day, good evening, or good afternoon wherever you are in the world and whatever time you're watching this. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and hit the like also, that would be appreciated. Until next time, bye.